All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Ascent Sports, welcoming you to our Week 17 Saturday and Sunday game predictions. I am joined by Brendan, I am joined by Jimmy, I am joined by Steven. We got the Bowl and Madden, and we have the Cowboys taking on the Lions. If you would like to see our Thursday night football prediction, be sure to check out the channel. Once again, too, if you want to see how we are doing overall in the standings, check out that Thursday video. But all right, big game on Saturday. We have the Cowboys versus the Lions. And Brendan, we're the only ones taking the Cowboys. We're the only ones who believe in them. The Lions, they just got a playoff berth. Very, big W for them. Very good season for them. But the Cowboys are within striking distance now of that NFC championship, I think. Or NFC championship. NFC, first seed. Now that the 49ers lost as well. I think they're in a way better spot right now. So I guess both these teams are kind of competing for it, aren't they? The
hmm
Lions got like a super record. It's just still so crazy. But yeah, give me the Cowboys. What do you guys think?
I went with the Cowboys because they need a bounce back and they are at home and they are much better at home. However, this is a winning team, it's a winning playoff team, and that is a criticism of the Cowboys. They have trouble against these teams. They low key can't beat these teams, but something about the Lions, maybe it's just the logo and history, which probably something I shouldn't take into account, but I just feel like they can be prone to tweakage. They did kind of get demolished by the Ravens earlier. They had some close games. They lost to the Bears, and I feel like with Jared Goff, he is prone to tweaking as well. And the Cowboys defense, though it's been letting up a lot of points, I think it's still good, and I still can. I just think the Cowboys can get this one done, and they need a bounce back. They've dropped two in a row. Um, they need to rally it back here, especially if they're trying to get the division over the Eagles, which are kind of they are in one game behind now from tying. Uh, yeah, still possible. Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Lions here because the Lions have a good line, good receivers. They have the offense to compete and give the Cowboys a hard time, but they also got the defense. Not top 10, maybe top 10. Um, but they still have a decent off defense that can hold Cowboys. So
Haters, you guys are sleeping. Steven, this is like two of your favorite teams now.
Oh yeah, I love the Cowboys.
What is the Madden score, Brendan?
Madden score is 20-17.
Moving on to Sunday, we have the Texans taking on the Titans, and we're all in on the Titans. The Texans, to me, there's just too many questions with them. Definitely a good start to the season, and I believe they're at overall 7 wins, right? Maybe 8 wins. The Texans, I think 7 or 8.
7, yeah, 8 actually, 8, right?
Well, I had them at 7 in the preseason, so this is one that I will take. I will get that tattooed on me. They don't need to do any better, so yeah, give me the Titans, and I think that's pretty much the reasoning for everybody else. Because Isaiah had him at 7 and 10, right?
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry came through for me in the week I didn't need him. The week before, though, when I needed him, didn't come through for me, man. And all you guys do is play your division. Brendan, what's the score?
The Madden score is 21-13.
Up next, we have the Bears taking on the Falcons, and we got a nice 2-4 split. We got me and Jimmy taking the Bears, and everyone else is taking the Falcons. To me, the Falcons, they've been playing, better as of late, I guess. But I don't know.
What?
It's still, huh?
I said as of last week.
As of last week, Kyle Pitts got in the end zone. Like that's all you need to see. But a part of me, like it's once again the same feelings of like if I was going to pick them, I would know. And it didn't like strike me. It didn't feel like I'm taking the Falcons in this one. Big Bears W.
I'm going with the Falcons. Main reason is I feel like the Bears O line isn't the greatest, and the Falcons D line kind of ate last week. So I'm thinking maybe they can carry this momentum. Also, just they're still trying to they're vibing not only for the playoffs but to win their division. They're trying to compete with the Bucks and the Saints. So a team like the Bears, low key they gotta get this win. Though I said that when they played the Panthers and lost 9-7, and the week before they finally had a really good game against the Colts. Hopefully they can ride that momentum and not get hung over it. I've kind of have some beef with the Falcons. I didn't pick them last week and they did good. I picked them last 2 weeks at least and they lost. So really, I was kind of indifferent about this, but I think if the Falcons play like they did last week, they will win this game. But that is not a guarantee. But I'm gonna say they are able to beat the Bears. Man scores 24-10.
Potentially the game of the week up next, we have the Ravens taking on the Dolphins. And 2-4 split. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised that the Ravens, I guess, are the underdog in terms of the Ascent Sports picks, but I don't know. They took down the 49ers last week. I think the Dolphins had a pretty good win as well last week. They beat the Cowboys, right? Yeah, they beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So big win for them. Really, honestly, just a good game. And then the 1 o'clock slate. What do you guys think?
Yeah, very good game. To be honest, I do think the Dolphins can win this. Because the Dolphins, their power is their passing game, and I'd say it is better than like the 49ers passing game maybe. But the Ravens are just like right now they're just such a well put together team. They're like firing on all cylinders. At home, to me, it's hard to go against it. And like the Dolphins, like the Cowboys, have other than last week, they had this stigma of not being able to beat like winning teams, and the winning team they bought that they beat had the same stigma as them, and also had this they're not playing well on the road. So I get we'll see, but I'm going with the Ravens. I do think it is possible that Dolphins come out with this one, but I'm feeling Ravens. It's too hard for me to pick against them.
I'm picking the Dolphins because they have an insane offense.
Not what people think or hope for. It is 13-7.
Nice. NFC South matchup here. We have the Bucks taking on the Saints. All of the humans are in on the Bucks, and then the objects got the Saints. I think there's some playoff implications with this too. Like I think the Bucks have the division, or am I forgetting a team?
Yeah, right now.
Is there like a team better than the Saints in second place, or is it the Saints?
I believe it's them or the Falcons.
Oh yeah, and they're like around the same kind of thing.
Yeah, they're both 7-8.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about the wild card placings, but still some chance for the Saints, and then the Bucks playing on house money. Baker Mayfield. Is he on a 1-year deal?
I think, yeah.
You're definitely gonna have to cash that in.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing pretty good. Well, you got Mike Evans out there too. I got the Bucks, and they should be able to establish and win this game.
Mm-hmm.
X. The Saints are just so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally roll dice on every game they play. They either play up or they play down.
Them and the Falcons, literally like the same kind of thing. Yeah, the Buccaneers are the safer pick here. They're the better team, and they just seem like the NFC South champion the way they've been playing. I didn't see it coming, but hey, the Baker's balling, and the defense of the Buccaneers stepped up. Big Pitt. No, I can't tweak. No, Kalijah can't see. Yes. He's then a lot of people are performing really well on the D line, and they're just a good team right now. The man scores 21-14.
Up next, we have the Bills taking on the Patriots, and as you can see, we are all in on the Bills. Even the objects know, like it's just we're coming down to it. The Patriots, outside of beating the Steelers that one time, really have played with nothing, and the Bills, although starting off slow, although been some inconsistent play. They have a lot to play for right now. They're trying to get into the playoffs. On top of that, they hate the Patriots, I'm pretty sure. On top of that, they're home. On top of that, it's the new season, New Year's is coming. It's a holiday. On top of that, they're gonna be grilling. On top of that, I gotta keep saying stuff because we had to really get in depth about this game, guys. Everybody's going with the Bills. Patriots fans,
We had to include in the video.
make your claim. I'll probably forget it, bruh. Make your claim, Patriots fans. Do you guys got this? What does Madden think?
Madden thinks it is going to be 28-14.
Yo, they love just touchdowns. Bird battle up next as we have the Eagles taking on the Cardinals. It is 5-1. Most of us are thinking the Eagles are going to win, but Madden, somehow, some way, James Conner, big hat trick, 3-touchdown day. They got the Cardinals taking it. I think that's what it's going to take for the Cardinals to win. However, the Eagles have been on a downward trend. They haven't won this month, and maybe they're frauds, but theoretically, if they want to go back to the Super Bowl, if they want to get back to the playoffs, if they want to, be this good team, starts with getting a fucking win. Like, they need some momentum, so I think they get it here against the Cardinals, but maybe not. We'll see. What do you guys think?
Bird battle, more like bird bath, because the Cardinals are going to get washed. I think the Eagles win this very easily.
You couldn't wait to get that out.
Madden scores 27-24.
That's crazy. You seen he had that first injury that we thought he was cooked for, and he's had 2 injuries since then.
Yeah,
He's literally putting it all on the line for the Jags right now, just for people to call him mid. He's not even all that good for how hyped he was. Unbelievable. All right, up next we have the Panthers taking on the Jaguars. Me and the Bull, we got the Panthers, man. Panthers fans, stand up. I feel like they got something. The Jags haven't been playing the best football, and I don't know. It's late in the season. The Panthers haven't been the best all year. Somehow, some way, they just squeak out a win here. Just why not? What do you guys think?
I hope, but I just realistically seeing this of the Jaguars, they need a win. This is a bad team, and I think they'll be able to get this one because now it's pretty tight with them in the division. I believe it's even a 3-way tie or close to it. Yeah, three-way 8-7 tie. So they definitely need this one. Cannot afford a loss here. Doesn't mean they won't get it, but I believe they will be able to beat this with the circumstances being what they are.
Yeah, I hope Panthers win, but honestly, sell the team. I'm tired of this team sucking. Sell the team, do something with the team. But yeah, easy win for the Jags, sadly.
Jaguars fans are so ready to be good. Every little victory they get their shit off, but it is not warranted. They just always go right back down to the toilet.
They stink, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Madden score?
Madden scores 35-21.
Up next, we have the Colts versus the Raiders, and Jimmy, putting you on the spot. You're the only one feeling the Raiders. What's your thought process behind this?
They've just been so hot. Colts have been dealing with injuries. So
Not a sick kill during the pick. That's so crazy. You see how he locked in there for a second? Yeah, I'm about to zoom that in. That was fire. I mean, yeah, this game is literally a coin flip, to be honest. It just happens to look this bad, I guess 5-1. But, if you ask 25 people, 20 of them aren't watching. So,
This was very hard, because the Colts are pretty inconsistent. They coming off a bad game against the Falcons, but they beat the Steelers really well. But then a bad game against the Bengals. The Raiders defense has been really good, but the Raiders offense still is not, with Aiden O'Connell, not the greatest. I don't think, even though they beat the Chiefs, I don't think they put up a touchdown. I think it was a defensive touchdown. 2 defensive touchdowns actually. They won 20-14. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but They might have gotten like one, but it was a very hard one. Of course, as a Steelers fan, I'll be rooting for the Raiders, but I just went gut feeling Colts.
Yeah, that's what I was originally thinking. Like, I don't know if Jonathan Taylor got hurt again, but other than that, I just think the Colts have been like a little more consistent even with the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
But the Raiders playing pretty good recently. Jimmy could be a marvelous point opportunity, especially this late in the season.
Yeah.
What does Madden think?
Man has the score 10-6.
10-6.
Yeah.
Jesus. Maybe. Big field goal. That was our first field goal. Up next, we have another NFC battle. We have the Giants taking on the Rams. 3-3 split, or no, I'm sorry, 4-2 split. The Rams have just been a little better than the Giants. Steven, you took the Giants and the Bowl. The Bowl can't explain itself, but you can. What's your thought process behind this one?
Taking the Giants because the Rams are the frauds of the week for this week.
Let's go. Back from the dead.
Last week, the Giants pretty competitive against the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, it literally came down to the final play. And, you know, if they can be competitive against the Philadelphia Eagles, why can't they win against the Los Angeles Rams? Tyrod Taylor will get it done.
Oh my God, I'm ready to run through a wall for Saquon Barkley. Fuck it. Can I switch? No, I'm just kidding. Very splendid. I mean, this definitely isn't as far as it like seems. The Giants have been playing a little better than they started out the season, even though the injuries and stuff. Brendan, what is the Madden score? Unless you guys have something to add.
I do have a little bit of things to say.
Go for it.
I've taken the Rams because they are, going for a wild card, and they seem to be on a hot streak. And the Giants aren't the best. I know Danny DeVito got benched, and I saw he was like, they love you when you're up, but hate you when you're down. And like Mason Rudolph said, it's a week-to-week league, and we saw it with the Duck hype as well. Hype is over. They only care about winning football games, and you're losing now. So, yeah, that's what happens in the NFL, unfortunately. And for me, in my opinion, the Rams, other than whoever gets it out of the Eagles and the Cowboys, I think the next best wild card team is the Rams. All the other ones are kind of like, there's Seahawks, Vikings, Packers, and whatever the hell's going on in the NFC South. All the teams that are going for it. I think the Rams are the best one out of all of them. Like I said, excluding the Eagles or Cowboys, because one of them has to get it. It can only be one division winner. But there is always the fraudulent conversation there, because it's like the Eagles aren't playing too well. The Cowboys can't play on the road. They can't play against good teams. So. The Rams are spooky.
The playoffs.
I think if the Rams, I feel like the Rams could upset the Eagles or Cowboys. Maybe they could get a playoff upset here. We'll see. But I like the Rams here. I think they'll take care of business.
The Giants.
A Madden score is 28-13.
Yeah. For our last 1 o'clock game, we have the Washington Commanders taking on the 49ers. We're pretty much all in on the 49ers. The Bull, has to switch. It has to switch up on us. But the 49ers coming off a tough loss against Baltimore. I think they look to bounce back. And Washington has died pretty much. Howell has been benched. And tough year. I don't know. New coach coming. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah, I don't really care how bad the 49ers lost last week. I still think they're heavily favored in this game, minus 1,000 type of riz. Though last week a lot of questions and dare I say slander has been coming out about Brock Purdy. About is he a system guy? So we also saw Sam Darnold come in and the production didn't really dip. But it wasn't, to be fair, it wasn't really churning the most. But CMC did his thing. And I feel like CMC, like I saw, so like he was the best player by far. Like, if you take what he did against the Ravens and what the rest of the team did, he definitely like the best player. So I think he should definitely win the MVP now that Brock had a bad game.
Moving on to the 4 o'clock games, we have the Seahawks taking on the Steelers. And we are close to being all in on the Steelers once again, as Madden is now changing to the other side and taking the Seahawks. But we're coming off a pretty big win against the Bengals.
Bengals.
Thank you. We're coming off a pretty big win. Mason Rudolph put up a bunch of points. We are back in the thick of things as far as the playoffs are concerned. I think we got a chance. Got to be the Steelers. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I I'm trying not to be biased like every week, but I'm no bias. If we play like we played last week, we should beat every team, and I genuinely mean that. We really played well. Mason Rudolph. Hopefully, he can carry that momentum, the Christmas momentum, into New Year's Eve. We'll see. I think it is very possible. I hope I don't reverse jinx it like I did last week, taking the Bengals. But hey, no, I am taking the Steelers. So hopefully we do win. I think we can. I think it's very possible. Just Mason Rudolph, if he's not going to be a 1 game wonder this year, uh, he should at least he should definitely still be in this I have nothing to lose mentality. He doesn't know if he'll get the start, like how much longer. I'll at least once a try, see if he can get to a different team at least. After this year, we'll see. Give me the Steelers. They give Mike Tomlin another not losing season.
Another season of no losingness. Mike Evans, 10. Never mind. Go ahead. What's the score?
Madden's score is 17-14.
Splendid. That is exactly what the score is going to be. Up next, we have the Chiefs taking on the Bengals. And once again, this is literally the same thing as last time. We are very close to being all in, but Madden is taking the Bengals. The Bengals, we just saw them get smoked on Christmas Eve almost by Mason Rudolph. And the Chiefs, they haven't been playing good. They've been roasting Taylor Swift. They got to win this game, bro. They got to win this game. Just took an L to the Raiders. Like, come on. We got to do this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bengals, they got lit up by Mason Rudolph. I think they're going to get lit up by Patrick Mahomes. Hearing all the chatter, I think this is going to be a big bounce back for the Chiefs. I am going with the Chiefs minus 7.5 for the onion spread of the week on top of taking the Chiefs. I think they'll win big here. I think the Bengals are kind of done. Their defense isn't really like the greatest right now. And Mahomes and crew, I believe, are going to be looking for a big bounce back. So, onion spread of the week. Most importantly, though, taking the Chiefs.
Madden score.
Madden score is 28-14. Low key reminder, disclaimer. I don't think Madden has any injuries, so that is with Burrow and Chase. But you saw in the beginning of the year,
Right.
make a difference. Probably would, but
Up next, we have an AFC West battle. We have the Broncos taking on the Chargers. It is a nice 3-3 split. With me, Brendan, and Steven taking the Chargers, and Jimmy and the Objects taking the Broncos. Really, because of the no Russell Wilson, it's like a backup quarterback battle. The way the Broncos are kind of going about the Russell Wilson situation maybe has swayed my vote for this game. Just kind of like they're still in the thick of things. Like if they just stick it out, like maybe they still have a chance. But to just be giving up in the middle of the season, 2 games, or not the middle, but like 2 games left, that's crazy because like there's other people on the team, and like Russ gives you the best chance to win to me. But you're not gonna play him, so
yeah, it just seems like maybe just like the football gods are gonna dial it in and like, you know what, like the Broncos don't deserve this one. Like they should have kept trying. They were still up for the playoffs low key. Losing last week kind of diminished their chances, but it wasn't zero. And just to bench Russell Wilson and give up already, it's like, what are you doing? They don't deserve the win. So I think we're gonna get the Chargers here. And last week they weren't bad against the Bills. Only lost by 2 points, and that Bills team is very much still like alive and trying. So yeah, give me the Chargers.
I
No
have the
faith in Jared.
Broncos because I don't know why. Because I'm a Dumbo.
Madden score is 20-10.
Sunday night football, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. We once again have a nice 3-3 split with me, the Bull, and Madden taking the Vikings, and Brendan, Jimmy, and Steven taking the Packers. The Packers, they are still in the thick of things as far as, the playoffs, I think, is concerned. I think they have a better chance than the Vikings at this point, just because like the no quarterback injury. Jordan Love, the starter, he's been playing pretty good. The Vikings have weapons in places, but just with how the quarterback play has been, I just think it's a little spooky. I say all that to say though, they need a win, and the Packers aren't a juggernaut. I think the Vikings can get this, and maybe play some spoiler to the Packers. What do you think, Brendan, or anybody?
No.
Okay. We hate the
Okay.
Vikings.
But to be honest, I've seen a few places where the Vikings seem to be the favorites in this game, and like I was trying to look like why that is per se. I know Jair is suspended, but I just feel like this is at very least close, and the way the Vikings have been playing, it seems like the Packers are a little bit better of a team to me. So I mean, I guess Packers would kind of almost choke to the Panthers, but I'm pretty confident in the Packers here. That doesn't really mean anything, but give me the Packers.
Or give me death.
Facts.
Big Jordan.
Yeah, I just like the Jordan Love offense right now. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but he's growing in front of our eyes. So
In front of our eye. What is the Madden score, bro?
Madden score.
He's growing up. Oh, the places you'll go, like that Dr. Seuss book. Fucking Jordan Love.
The Madden score is another year score. It's 20-14.
24. This is the 2014 NFC divisional playoff matchup. No cap.
crazy.
It wasn't. Well, all right, guys, that is going to do it for our Week 17 Saturday and Sunday game predictions. There is no Monday game, and our Thursday video is in a separate one, so definitely be sure to check out the channel, once again, for not only that, but to see how the overall standings are. And lastly, make sure you guys leave your picks down in the description. Who are we sleeping on? Who are we overrating? Let us know. Anyways, this has been Zaya. On the right of me has been Brendan. Below me has been Jimmy. Below him has been Steven. And the Bowl and Madden are the Bowl and Madden. We